Forgot about that one.
1 minute to go, boys.
Oh, he's moving.
Seconds.
He's moving.
Where are we supposed to put it? Now there's some hustle.
On this episode of Roast, we've got moose, we've got meatloaf, and we cook 4 different dishes. The flip-flop flesher battles newcomer Cory Calkins in a test of ground meat metal. Let's go.
Seth here has been with MeatEater for 6 years now.
Yep.
Describes his job as taking pictures. Seth, how would you describe your wild game cooking sort of experience and skill level?
I do a lot of it, but I keep it simple.
Okay, I like it. Cory, you've been with us for about 4 years. You described your job as content coordinator. What does that mean? I need just a little bit more.
Well, it's a lot of coordinating our content, bridging the gap between production, e-com, making sure you guys have the right toilet paper on your hunts, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Cory's selling himself short because he also produces MeatEater live every Thursday at 11, so tune in for that to see the good work that he does. Tell me a little bit about your wild game cooking experience.
Well, let's see, I handle it every single day, but similar to Seth, very simple.
Our judges bring with them a combined 80 years of wild game cooking experience. Coincidentally, that's also the number of hairs left on their collective heads. They are not expert chefs, but they do know their way around a venison carcass. Our first judge, Brody Henderson, once a trout fishing guide in Colorado, is now MeatEater's senior editor. Brody would rather read a romance novel than watch one of Clay Newcomb's films. Next to him is Ryan Callahan, MeatEater's director of conservation. Cal was also a guide in a previous life, but now prefers to be guided on private land to ensure his freezer stays stocked with exotic animals. Gentlemen, thank you for participating.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Well, I'm a little angry with now that Giannis has, kind of trashed the judges.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know what judging is until you see this, what's about to come up.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, you guys ready to see what you're going to work with?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sam, bring it in. Now, I told you guys earlier before we started filming, we're going to keep it pretty simple today. Do you guys want to just put your hands on it and guess what it might be in there? Oh, I don't know what that piece of metal is. They're throwing you off with whatever they put down there. All right, let's guess.
Burger.
Burger?
Yeah, burger would be great.
Oh, you guys are right. Oh, look at that. It's a cute little moose.
Does that mean it's moose burger? That's kind of
Yes, this is moose burger. It has a little bit of fat in it. Brody, what kind of fat does it have in it?
Beef.
Beef. Okay, so you guys each get 2 pounds of moose burger. You guys are going to have 90 minutes to cook us 2 dishes out of this. You don't have to use all the moose burger, but you have to do 2 dishes in 90 minutes. And you have the entire fridge that's fully stocked. You got the pantry fully stocked. No other parameters than that.
Okay.
Ground moose meat, 90 minutes, 2 dishes.
Sounds simple.
The way you like it.
Clock's ticking, boys. You haven't come up with an idea yet?
Oh, I got an idea.
Oh, I got ideas. I just need recipes.
I'm a little surprised that they both had a cookbook in their hands like within 30 seconds of starting. I thought that they'd each have at least 1 dish that they would just flow right into.
Go-to burger.
Yeah. All right, Cory, tell me a little bit about, have you already come up with both dishes, or are you just working on one?
Honestly, just one. And while I'm making the first one, I'm gonna brainstorm the second idea.
What's your first dish gonna be?
I'm making a stew that Danielle Pruitt cooked for me on a mule deer hunt a few years ago. Sweet potatoes and mule deer burger is what we used.
Interesting. Was that on the fly, or was that like a recipe?
No, it was for her Wild and Whole cookbook.
Okay. So we have a stew going here. He hasn't figured out what dish number 2 is yet. Seth?
Dish number 1's I'm gonna do a mini meatloaf, since I don't have a lot of meat to work with, and I'm not using a cookbook, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Okay, I like it.
And meatloaf can be tough, man, because it's either really good or really bad. I feel like there's not a
There's
middle.
there's no tweener meatloaf?
Not for me, man.
I'm gonna try not to listen to what those guys are saying over there. Cory, you're boiling over.
Someone's already making a big mistake over there.
Everything's fine.
Now, do you guys think that Cory's 8 years of restaurant experience is going to help him at all here, give him an advantage?
One would hope. One would hope. 8 years is a
I
long
didn't know
haul.
he had restaurant. What kind of restaurant experience? Washing dishes or cooking? I feel like we're building them up too much. Seth, is this making you nervous?
No.
Confident.
Yeah,
confident
he's
young
focused.
man.
He's focused.
Brody, this is your moose meat. This is from last. Hey, quiet down in the kitchen, please. Shh. This is last fall's moose, yeah?
Last September,
Yeah.
rut hunt in Alaska with old Steven Ranella. Yeah, it was fun. It's fly-in ridgetop hunt. So you basically sit in the same spot. You've done it. You sit in the same spot and call.
Now he's burger.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of things I've noticed with Seth's culinary technique. I'm not sure he washed his hands and he used his teeth to open up the ketchup, which is definitely my cooking style. So I appreciate that. Oh, by God, he's made a loaf.
Seth, it looks good. What all you got in there so far?
There's egg, milk, and breadcrumbs mixture.
Okay.
Mix that up and then mix the meat into that with onions.
You just eyeballed all the seasonings for what you think it should take to season a pound of meat.
Yeah.
All right, Cory, you've got your sweet potatoes are boiling. What else you got going?
Got some red peppers and some garlic I'm trying to saute up real quick.
Okay.
Got the oil a little
So far,
hot.
Cory's put everything in there but burger.
Yep, not too worried about the burger yet.
I noticed neither of you guys batted an eye when you heard that it was a moose burger. You want to explain kind of why that is?
You can just do so much with some red burger, no matter what the
Any
species, right?
species.
Yeah, so you're not gonna adjust your recipe because it's moose versus if it was ground pronghorn.
Nope.
Morris is going back to the catsup.
Ketchup.
This is just dipping sauce. This will just be served to you.
I like that Seth's two main ingredients other than burger are ketchup and sugar.
Not how I usually do it at home.
Contestants, you guys have used up 30 minutes of your time. You have 60 minutes left.
Is there a light for this thing?
I mean, it's just an oven, Seth. Just hit the button.
Jesus. A lot smarter than another.
I want to count how many beeps it takes Seth to get to the light.
I feel like what we've got here is Seth is going the diner route and Cory's going like the bistro route.
Gastropub. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we have some thoroughly browned burger.
Not how I
out of
wanted
the
it.
Oh, Cory, what went wrong?
Too small a piece.
Crumbled her a little fine.
Crumbles. Yeah. Too crumbly.
It's really taking some time to download this app.
Yeah. Did you know that there is a technical challenge, which is technology?
Not until now.
Contestants, you guys have used up 45 minutes out of your 90, which means you have
65 minutes to go.
45 minutes left.
Is that half?
I'm looking at Seth's app here. His meatloaf is up to 119. Fellas, what's the hardest part about this whole deal right now?
Not knowing exactly the ingredients in the kitchen. I mean, you gave us a nice little walk-through prep, but it still didn't. There's so much amazing ingredients, but then like in my head, I was like, oh, I'll make this, and I don't have exactly everything I need to make it. So just winging it, which is half of cooking.
Seth looks like he's gone smash burger for dish number 2. Do we know what Cory's making yet for number 2?
Did you get a jar of pasta sauce out?
I did, just real quick.
And then you put it back?
I had the tickets to Italy like right up there at checkout, but then I rerouted and now I'm going to Old Mexico.
Cory Calkin's famous margaritas.
Now that'll sway the judges.
That's the way the judges. How you feeling about that meatloaf, Seth?
Well, the way you keep asking about it, I'm getting nervous.
What's that fancy thermometer say?
143. How much time do we got?
35 minutes, gentlemen.
Oh, we're looking good.
I think going into meatloaf, you can't expect it to look,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, meatloaf's only gonna look so good.
Here we back to the teeth. Just get that stash all over that.
Fancy sauce over there, are you?
Oh, pickle juice, just a dab.
The diner's getting a little upscale, Brody.
Yep.
Contestants, you have 20 minutes.
Salsa. A little bit of cilantro, onion, jalapeno for anybody who likes it spicy. You better like it spicy.
Tempo's slowed down slightly in the kitchen.
They feel like they're getting where they want to go, I think.
All right, 15 minutes to go. Let's start down here with Cory's stew. So his stew still needs to come together. Seth has his meatloaf here. Looks good. Did you boys see that?
My worry is that it's going to cool down.
Now, Cory's second dish, I'm way more interested in because he's got a really good looking taco going. He's got his meat browned. He's been frying tortillas. He's making homemade salsa. Oh yeah. I think we should give Seth a bonus 2 minutes because he's had to open every single condiment and spice. At this point, they just got to put it together and serve it.
Yep.
It's going to be very close.
Try that first.
Oh, Seth has his first 2 patties plated. Look pretty delicious.
Cory has yet to combine the soup. Is it even going to be warm?
It's simmering over here.
Are all the ingredients together yet, Cory?
Nope.
Have you ever made soup?
With different ingredients, yes.
Contestants, you have 5 minutes.
Woo! 5 minutes!
Where's that meatloaf?
The meatloaf!
Uh-oh. Forgot about that one.
See, Cory's used to this. This isn't the point of the night where the kid is like, oh, I see. The stew is going to be served on the rice, it looks like. Interesting. It's almost like a ramen bowl
Exactly.
scenario. 1 minute to go, boys.
Oh, he's
50
moving.
seconds.
He's moving.
Where are we supposed to put it over there? Now there's some hustle.
Got 3 tacos. Just enough salsa.
Ah, fuck, shit, I forgot the bacon.
That's all right.
Well, one of them smash burgers has bacon.
Yeah, you can set it out in your head.
Time! That's impressive, boys! I didn't think
That
it
was
was going to
pretty
come together. Excellent work.
Hey,
Whew, I'm sweating.
it's always hot.
All right, Cory, why don't you bring over what you got for us?
All right. First up is a little sweet potato and mousse with red pepper stew-ish. Danielle Pruitt would probably smack me with this recipe. I didn't have everything that I thought I was gonna have rolling into this. I had it in my mind as soon as I heard ground meat because her recipe is amazing. It's got some sweet potatoes, that ground mousse, of course, red peppers. What else is in there? A little bit of garlic, finished with some Italian seasoning on top, fresh ground Italian seasoning, of course, and of course some bacon.
And when she made it, did it also come, all the ingredients came together right at the end, or did it actually stew?
It was not at the end, but it didn't stew either. Most of the ingredients stewed, and then the meat went in last minute, which you guys were all very concerned about. But ground
Did you
properly.
pick up on that?
Ground properly, it it shouldn't fall apart.
Would you, after cooking this, would you have done something different?
I would have used a different base, like different rice, say. I used risotto.
And it did come together better than I thought it was gonna.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next up here, got a less than authentic moose tacos. Ground moose, of course, lightly seasoned.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Got her. Whoop. Thank you.
But I did go extra fancy on the homemade salsa. So everything's pretty basic, plain, you know, Tex-Mex almost, except for the salsas.
I like that you made your own hard shells.
Always.
I'm a fan. It's really helping you that we're starving right now.
It really is.
That the producer starved us right until we got to taste your food. Thanks, Cory.
Hey, thank you.
Good job. All right, Seth, let's see what you got.
All right. Smash burgers for the boys. Woo! Served on a lunch tray because it's lunchtime. In my opinion, smash burgers should always be double. So you got 2 patties there. Shredded lettuce is key, in my opinion. And there's a little sauce in there. One of them has bacon because I forgot to put bacon on the other 2.
Looks good, man.
Eat it how you want, Cal.
Thanks, Seth.
Very well.
Seth, tell us about the sauce you put on there.
Simple sauce, just a mixture of mustard, mayo, ketchup, and pickle juice.
Mine tastes good even though it was upside down.
All right, second dish is just some good old meatloaf. Got a little ketchup, chili sauce on the side. And yeah, just ground meat, some seasonings, onions. Formed into a loaf.
What were the seasonings you used in there, Seth?
A little garlic powder. Oh, there is a egg, breadcrumb, and milk mixture in there too.
Thanks, Seth. All right, Seth, Cory, you guys are out of here. The 3 of us are going to deliberate for 5 or 10, kind of tally up the scores, and come back, and we'll announce the winner.
You get hungry, there's more taco.
Before we get to rating their meals, I'm impressed that they both came out with 2 meals in 90 minutes and like really executed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot done.
Yeah, you see people fall apart on the camera all the time.
A lot of pressure. Okay, Cory's soup, which literally came together in the last 60 seconds.
Yep.
His soupy stew. Overall thoughts?
I think it needed more time to gel.
But I did like the color. It was pretty, and the textures were actually good.
All right, his second dish was ground moose tacos.
It was a good taco.
Felt like the fried shell actually tasted good. Probably had more flavor than the meat.
Something I did notice in the taco and the stew was Cory cooked the hell out of his burger.
All right, Seth's first meal was the smash burger. Looked amazing. I mean, really just made you salivate.
It's not a fancy presentation, right? It's just an assembled burger on a plate.
Which
So I'm like struggling with.
looks good,
Look
you
at
know?
that.
You know what a burger looks like, and that looked like a good burger before I even took a bite of it, right?
All right, Seth's number 2, the photographer's number 2 meal, meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Yep. Both of those things, I appreciated the fact that it, like, the meat flavor just came through. Yeah, had it been like piping hot, it would have been a lot better.
Still though, I feel like, unfortunately, it just, as meatloaf goes, it didn't quite get there for me. The onions were undercooked, which was a bummer.
It's definitely not like pretty,
No.
but it is meatloaf.
It kind of made me realize you got to put some effort into making a good meatloaf.
But if there was one thing that you were gonna go finish right now, it's the burger.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna tally up the scores for our dishes, and and have the boys come back in and tell them who is the grand champion. It was tight, boys. Very, very tight, let me tell you.
Really?
Yep. Seth, we all felt like your burger was actually the best meal dish that was put together out of all four.
Oh, well, that's good.
Unfortunately, that meatloaf
Was the worst.
Yeah, but not by a lot, you know? Like, everybody was eating it, we loved it, but when we really started critiquing it, the raw onions, maybe just a little bit too much garlic in there, it brought it down. Cory, we felt like your best dish, obviously, from what we saw for the 90 minutes, was the taco. The soup, you know, we fought against it, but it kind of sort of came together. And in the end, I felt like it would have been a really high-scoring camp meal. So, gentlemen, the final score of a possible 240. Cory Calkins takes it with 160. Seth, you were right in there with 153.
Hot
Dang. Congrats, Cory.
Wow.
Good job,
I wouldn't have
both of you
expected that.
fellas.
Good work.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right, Cory, as the winner of today's MeatEater roast, you get to choose where $500 from MeatEater will go towards conservation. You got something in mind?
Well, what about the NDA Field to Fork program?
A cool program that actually sucks people into hunting via the food,
Right.
not via the adventure or the challenge or, you know, the antlers. It actually gets them in via ground venison and then gets them into the field.
The important part.
Well, hope you enjoyed this episode of MeatEater Roast. Thank you for watching. Give us some comments down below, and if you haven't, click subscribe and like. Appreciate you.
Oh, possum, we eat till it was a sin. Then, Lord, we eat more possum again. Yeah, eat more possum now.